Yo, yo. So I'm sitting here doing some work, having a little coffee. So I thought I would invite you into my little coffee time here in the studio. And something that happened this morning gave me this idea to share with you right now. And it was something that my daughter Ev did. I was sitting down so we have this like Eames chair in our living room, and I was sitting there having coffee this morning, and she was playing with her little puppies and reading some books. And then I said, "Hey, I speak to her in French mostly." I asked her if she wanted to come and read some books with me, and I would read her some books. So she went and grabbed a bunch of books, and she grabbed like 7 books and put them all on my lap, and then climbed up onto the chair, and we sat there reading. And it dawned on me after about the first book, something that had happened when she had given me the books that I was just blown away by. And that was that yesterday, when we did the exact same thing, when I got up in the morning with her, we read some books on that chair. She gave me a bunch of books and then tried to get onto the chair, but the chair was just a little bit too high for her to get her leg up on. So she was like, oh, I don't know, she was trying forever. And one of the things that I didn't do is I didn't pick her up. I'd always just kind of pick her up. And I thought, oh, she's trying so hard. I'm going to let her get this. And she tried and 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 tried. And she kind of whimpered a little bit. And, I was kind of just coaching her along. She's saying, hey, you're doing great. You're doing great. You're almost there. Almost there. You got this. You got this. And eventually she got it. She got up onto the chair. But it took her forever to be able to do that. And then today, boom, she does it like first try. And I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. And it reminded me of some stuff that happens with a lot of us. I know this has happened with me, and it still happens with me. And I'm sure, if you are living today, if you are striving for anything in your life, that this will happen to you. And this happens with a lot of clients that I work with, is that we think, okay, we have this idea, we have this vision for what we want our life to be. We want this vision for what we want our health to be. We have this vision for what it is that we want. And say, okay, well, let's make a plan. Let's do it. And like, well, I'll do it when like, I'm not really confident in my abilities. I don't know that I can do it right now. And, oh, okay. So, so then I have them consider that in the process of getting what it is that you want, that confidence, being confident of doing those things is actually not the thing that you need to start, but it's actually one of the results that you get from doing it. It's the byproduct of those things. So that kind of comes last. And so one of the things, so I just want to share this. We got this amazing technology here. So actually, while I'm thinking about it, I might as well just draw it up for you so I can see this here. So I'm going to share this here. Oh, all right. So a lot of times, so when we think about this, here, I'm going to pick a thing here. So I'm going to draw a little square here. And this is something that I learned from Dan Sullivan over at Strategic Coach. And I mean, it's absolutely awesome. This is, okay, square. Imagine this is a square, 4 squares in a square. This is not really a square here. Okay. Okay. So we think, okay, so what I want is I want to have confidence. And that's the thing we need to be able to start any sort of project. And it's the thing that we need to get anywhere in life. I can't do what he does because I'm not as confident as he and whatever. And we look at these people that have massive amounts of confidence and we think like it's this gift that they've just been bestowed and it's somewhere in their DNA. But that's really not where it starts. And then all of a sudden, like, once I learn how to do the things and, I'll do this, I'll take the leap, I'll start the business, I'll ask this girl out, I'll ask this guy out, whatever. I'll do the thing once I have the learning, once I've learned enough, right? So they think about, once I have, in other words, so a capacity or a capability. So we think, okay, I'm going to do this once I get that. And I have you consider again that capability or capacity. Hey, Autumn. Be comfortable with others being uncomfortable while they become who they are growing to be. Boom. Love it. Love it. So as we gain capacity, I mean, it's not by, we will, become confident once we have more capability, but that's really not where it starts either. Thank you, Autumn. You're the bomb. So I will have you consider that the first thing, once you start, actually, I'm going to show you guys. This is just too awesome here because I can see it in the background here. That's my daughter, Ev. This is who kind of gave me all, shit. No, I shouldn't have done that. Uh, where am I at here? Okay, here we go. Ah, there's F. Come on, it's so cute. Now I gotta get my other window back here. That's what happens when I mess things up. Oh man, I lost it again. How do I bring these windows back, man? How do I? Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that then. We're gonna have it on this window here. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, the first thing that needs to happen, if you want something in your life, the first thing that we need to do is actually have a commitment. I got to do the thing. I got to say, okay, this is what I want. This is where I'm going. You see a direction, you see a vision for your life. That's what I want. And then you make a commitment. You put, you draw a line in the sand. This is my life now. This is where I'm going. And I'll tell you that once you do that, once I've ever done that, holy shit, it is not a comfortable place to be. It is not a fun place to be because all of a sudden you're like, well, I'm not confident. I don't have there's so much I need to learn. And so, yeah, okay, I get it. So once we make the commitment, then we're faced with this fact that, well, I don't have the confidence. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the capabilities, but I'm going to take the first step. I'm going to start learning stuff. I'm going to start doing stuff. I'm going to start putting myself out there. I'm going to start, whatever it is. My daughter trying to get up that chair, right? And then all of a sudden, she would kind of fall back. And what it develops, or what is the next step from commitment, is then courage. We need to muster up courage. I think one of the things that is so lost in this day and age, and I've seen it in my own life, is that, we just strive to have things comfortable. If I'm comfortable, that means I'm fine. But that if you want to grow, it's going to take a level of courage because things are going to be uncomfortable. That's the only way that we grow, is that we get out of our comfort zones. So all of a sudden, we make this commitment, and then you're faced with an opportunity, or you're faced with a challenge that is going to need courage. Sometimes a massive amount of courage. But once you tackle that head on, once you go into that, once you go right into the thing that you're scared about, what you're not confident about, that you're incapable with, then all of a sudden you go through it and you're like, oh, I learned some stuff. I did it. So all of a sudden from there, you increase your capacity. You increase your capabilities. And if you've ever done anything where you made a commitment and said, fuck it, I'm going to do this, and then you move forward with that, and then you say, okay, boom. And you go through the stuff that you are scared about, and you learn something new, and you're like, oh, I'm still alive. Oh, that was okay. And then from there, the result is confidence. From there, the result is confidence. See how the result is confidence, not the thing in the beginning. And then from there, once you have this newfound confidence, then all of a sudden, oh, the garage door is open here. So once you have some sort of confidence, then all of a sudden, then you make a bigger commitment. And from that bigger commitment, see, this is the joys of working from home. And then you make a bigger commitment. And in that bigger commitment, and in that bigger want, all of a sudden, boom, you're going to be faced with courage. So all of a sudden, so the people who do, the people that I admire the most, the people who are absolutely just killing it at life, they have mastered this quadrant. They have mastered the ability to go from commitment to courage to capacity and increase their capacity into confidence. And that's where the sweet spot is. And so I saw that absolutely in my daughter. It was like all of a sudden she gained this confidence because she committed to the process. And again, she had courage. She's not even 2 yet. She has no idea what's going on, right? But all of a sudden she gains this capacity, and all of a sudden now she can like getting onto the chair is not a big deal. I remember the first time I went, so I'm going live now. I could have just like recorded this. I could have went I did this 40 times, and, I could have been super pissed off that the garage door opened beside me here, because this is a converted garage that my studio is in here. But I just said, no, I'm going to do it. I had the courage, increased capability, and confident. And I see that, that consistency, and I'll add, another C is being consistent. And this is as much for me as it is for any of you. That you may not be the most confident. You may not be the most courageous. You may not have the most capability. You may not be the smartest person in the room. You may not be the best looking in the room. I'm surely not in any of the rooms that I'm in. But what I strive for and what I see the people that are killing it is they are just consistent. They will just go, 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 go. And not in the sense like they're burning out or they're just like, they're hustling for the sake of hustling. Get myself back here. Is they're not doing it for the sake of, right? They have a vision that they have in their mind, and that is always the thing that guides them. That vision guides them always. And that guides them into that commitment, to making that commitment, that this is the life that I want. This is where I'm moving. Tony Robbins said that any success in life and in business is 80% psychology, 20% strategy. And so my clients sometimes, when we start working together, it's like we start to work on a lot of mindset stuff and building up their capability, their capacity, their courage, their commitment to then be more confident, to then do the things that they need to do. And someone's like, oh yeah, no, I gotta get a better mindset. Da, da, da. Well, no, that is so foundational. So foundational. So I'm gonna bring this up again here. Where is this thing? Where are you in your life? Where are you starting with this area of confidence? That you're not doing something because you lack confidence. Where in your life? Is it in your, I can tell you and being totally honest, there's a lot of times that I'm not confident in my ability to do, to go through a massive workout. Like it scares me to feel like I'm about to throw up when I work out. Right. And that's kind of, there's this fear that I have. There's this big story that I have sometimes about it. And so sometimes it keeps me from doing that. But, being committed, the times where I will go, I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm in the backyard over here and I'm doing my burpees, doing my workout. All of a sudden, I have the courage to go through it. It builds capacity. My body actually gets better. I feel more confident. And then all of a sudden, next time it's like, oh, it's not as hard. Is it in your relationships, in your marriage, where you need to just step up in commitment and have the courage to build the skills, to build the strategies, to build the tactics, to build the know-how within yourself? Is it in your business? Are you waffling between what it is that you're doing and staying safe and not doing it? Is it in your mind and your heart and soul, in your spirit, where you think, oh, I talked so shitty about myself. And so your confidence is so low that you don't step out, you don't share your story, because what is so important and what I'm dedicating my life to, with my daughter, with my family, with myself, with my tribe that I'm leading, is to help people realize that who you are, that your story matters, that you can be the light to help others, to free yourself, to free this world. And that starts with that inkling inside of you, that little spark inside of your soul. And then from there, a big ass commitment is needed. And I'll tell you, if you've done it before, it is scary as fuck, especially when you start. But as soon as you get that courage, boom, you start to move forward. You start to learn. You start to grow. And in that growth, you become more confident. And as you know who you are, as you know your story, as you know where you're going, and you're committed to doing that at 100,000,000%, and the world opens up for you, and the world opens up within you, and the world opens up to you, and the world opens up through you. And through you, through your story, through your desires, through your passion, you teach others to do the same. So Sunday morning or afternoon now, have some coffee. That's what I got. So step into your commitment. Have courage. Increase your capacity. And get the result of massive confidence.